Mason, trailers ahoy.
Hug.
Just the biggest one you can think of. It's the final tickets are on sale now for Superman trailer.
That's right.
I watched this once, and I will not watch it again.
Yep.
I feel like there's a lot of things in here that I could dig into and be like, what's that? Who's this? Why is this opening up? Who's that guy? Etc.
Why is this opening up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the Earth, etc.
Yeah. But we'll do a brief highlight. People should skip this if at this point you don't want to know any more about.
I mean, it's
the
a month
Superman
away
movie.
at this point.
We see Lois Lane operating what I think is Mr. Terrific's little Mr. Terrific UFO.
That's
She's flying
cool.
It. That's fun. Mm-hmm. What else do we see?
Some laser vision from another person with laser vision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not the Hammer of Baravia or that guy?
Maybe, but it's mask off as well. There's a mask off moment.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. Lex Luthor's commanding a bunch of stuff going on.
That's right.
I do like this threatening Superman. He just hates Superman so much.
He's such a hater.
Just a bitch.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
right. He's in the other trailers. He's crying because he hates Superman so much. Good. That's what we want in a Lex Luthor. Just under the ultimate hater.
Yeah.
Is this the trailer where we see Guy Gardner's ring doing the flip in the bird?
I think that might be from an earlier thing that TV spot in the week, but
really?
maybe it is in this briefly because again, I only watched it once.
Yeah.
Where you see him flipping tanks, but he's using big Green Lantern fingers and
right.
whatever. I don't know if you also saw the clip of James Gunn sitting with Nathan Fillion about figuring out what kind of bowl cut to give him. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, no.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet.
And they almost did a cool kind of, like a textured one.
Yeah.
And they're both like, nah, we need to go back to...
I think he's going to get a little more cool at the end.
Well, he's going to be in Lanterns.
Yeah.
And that's a serious, gritty,
Yeah.
True Detective style
Yeah.
show with Green Lantern people.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe they'll do it for that.
Oh, no, our batteries are dead. We just have to be regular.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. What else do we see in this? We see this bit where Mr. Terrific's berating Superman for lying down on the job, and he's like, I'm doing stuff. I'm doing important stuff here. Oh.
Exactly.
Bit of fun.
He knocks a guy's teeth out.
He does.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
Don't know. Probably a LexCorp soldier, maybe.
Yeah. They look like there's a moment where he heat visions a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And they look like LexCorp, guys in little battle suits or something.
Yeah. Love all that, man. I got to say, I hope it's very good.
I hope it's very good also.
Yeah, I'd hate it to be somewhere in between of you hating it and me loving it. I want it to be either really, really bad or really, really good.
I don't think it's going to be really bad.
No.
How would they manage that?
Well, we say that and sometimes it happens.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I think it's going to be light, obviously, in tone. I think a lot of people are not going to like that. I think there's going to be, we've already seen online a lot of, and it's not just the Snyder fans, but mostly.
And look,
this is not what I want.
One thing, but based on, what we've seen of the number of people watching the previous trailers and that sort of stuff, I think people are looking forward to this. And I also think people are going to enjoy what I think has been lacking in a lot of sort of the biggest Superman media, which is Superman fighting guys of equal power to himself,
A bunch of them.
Just
Just punching and kicking and shit.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
monsters.
Did you see also they spoke about the trunks again?
Oh,
and
yes.
how James Gunn was like, I like the idea of the trunks in theory, but how do you make this work?
Right.
Like design-wise, it looks silly. And also, otherwise, then you find a practical reason to do it, which is also kind of impossible.
Right.
And it was David Corenswet who was just like, well, he wears trunks because it makes him goofy and approachable.
Like a wrestler.
Yeah, because people are like, would be terrified of this guy because he's an alien who can shoot heat vision and knock down buildings and
That's
whatever.
true.
But if he's like this approachable kind of goofball in a colorful costume,
That's
then
true.
yeah, you kind of take that element away, which I think is great. Yeah.
Nice.
So it does have a post-credit scene. And James Gunn had a quote on this. He said, I have a philosophy about post-credit scenes. It's somewhat related to my own mistakes in my time with Marvel.
Rene Descartes.
Whoa.
Because she's a big philosopher. Okay,
Jean-Luc Picard.
Okay, Jean-Luc Picard. All right, you're doing multi-dimensional chess or whatever. Okay.
Is that a real game that you can actually play?
It is now, yeah.
No, it is now. I bet it is. Everyone's talking about it. He said, it's somewhat related to my own mistakes in my time at Marvel. I did not like what I did in Guardians 2, where we set up Adam Warlock and we set up Guardians of the Galaxy and we set up all this shit that I didn't necessarily plan on.
Yeah, and of course he...
He didn't want to put Adam Warlock in 3, but it's kind of like, I have to.
And he didn't want...
Ended up working well,
actually. And he didn't want to use Thor in Guardians 3, so he had to... Luckily, they removed him for the worst Thor, so that's good.
They did in Thor 4.
Thor.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with doing it in a worse movie, Mason. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have really worked in that team, because they're a scrappy team of idiots. And he's an idiot.
Yeah.
But, he could also steamroll everybody, so it's not as much fun.
And then you also got Adam Warlock, etc. So you got two, god-level beings running around. Yeah. I mean, it all worked out in the end because those are all good movies.
Agreed.
And movies are good.
I agree.
Yeah. There's also a quote here from EW where he was asked about a sequel to Superman. And he said, what I'm working on is in some way, I mean, yes. But is it a straight up Superman sequel? I would not say necessarily. That says to me that it's going to be some kind of team up situation. Not necessarily Justice League, which he said they are building towards. I don't think it's going to be Justice League.
Yep.
Either a Batman, Superman meeting, but maybe not a punch-up necessarily, like Batman v Superman. Oh, there'd be a bit of a punch-up.
There'll be a little bit of a punch-up.
Maybe it's a Interstellar kind of
It'll be what we've always wanted
Supergirl
since
thing.
day one, since minute one of this podcast. They meet, they punch for a bit, then they're mates, and then they stop another guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that was Batman, Superman.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. That's literally what happened.
They punch for a bit.
Yeah.
They did punch for a bit.
And
but
then
they
they were
punched for a bit
mates.
early.
Yeah.
They weren't really mates, were they? More like work
They're
friends.
like we have similar mothers' names.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's mates.
That is.
All my friends have the same. Yeah, all our mothers have the same name, actually. That's how we met.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That never struck you as odd?
No, it's intentional. I did it on purpose. It's not an accident.
You did it on purpose.
Yes, Mason.
Okay. Oh, you only made friends with people who had the same name. Yeah, okay,
Correct.
right. Okay.
And I understand that our mothers don't have the same name, and I want you to think about that. Because we're colleagues and not friends.
That is true. Check and mate.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a Trinity movie. Maybe
Could
it's
be.
I don't know. Which again was Batman. Superman.
Yeah.
They did a lot of things in that movie, didn't they?
Boy, they
it's hard,
did.
It's hard to do an idea that's not in that movie.
In a way, it's the only full and complete movie, isn't it? I'm turning over to the Snyder Bros side, honestly.
All right.
There's nothing. It's got everything you want and nothing you don't. You know?
So true, Mason. God, Superman, month away.
Oh, exciting.
Very excited. If you're an Amazon member or something, you can see it on like July 8th or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't normally go for screenings. I might go to this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving.
This is the What We're Reading, What We're Gonna Read segment of the show where we talk about things we've been watching, listening to, etc. and so forth.
So true.
We've been watching a bunch of episodes of Adventures of Superman, the original serial,
From
not serial
1950s.
television show, because we're going to do some Caravan of Garbages on that.
Well, there is some cereal involved.
That's very true.
Kellogg's cereal.
Fun.
I thought it was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I did mock it for being bad.
But
what are they
fun.
going to do? Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Another thing we've done,
Yes.
we did a commentary on Days of Thunder because F1's coming out. Tom
right.
Cruise just reappeared for a minute. He
That's right.
came out of his fucking, I don't know, his cocoon that he sleeps
His
in.
Scientology cocoon. For sure, yeah. Yeah.
So we looked at Days of Thunder and spoke over the top of it. Man.
And we've both promised ourselves off air that we're going to watch The Fountain of Youth.
That's right, we did say that. Yeah. We're going to do it.
Yeah. I mean,
next week we've got 28 years later.
oh,
But
yeah.
what if we didn't? What if we did The Fountain of Youth with John Krasinski?
I'd be sad, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's good.